All right, so up next we have describe the translation. And so really we're just asking for you guys to tell us about what the movement is from the first triangle to the second triangle. And the people that get this wrong are getting it wrong not because they don't understand the concept, but because they didn't identify which one was the first triangle and which one was the second triangle correctly. If it's got the little primes on it, like that C prime, that B prime, A prime, D prime, that means it's the second triangle or the second shape. So you have your first one here, second one here. So now we know that our movement is going to be on the x-axis. We're moving right 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can say 4 right. And then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to say up 4. And then the rule is really just a coordinate, right? Our x and y coordinate. And then we're going to say, like, okay, whatever the x and y coordinate is, you just add 4 to it to go right. And then whatever the x and y coordinate is, or the y coordinate, we're going to add 4 to go up. Okay? And it won't always be the same number. If you're just saying, if you're wondering that, it might be up 3 and then down 4, and then this would be a negative. Okay? All right. Next up, it says reflection across y equals 2. Okay, so first of all, that means that you have to be able to graph what y equals 2 is. And the best way that I know how to do it and get kids to do it is if it says y is 2, then y is always 2, right? And if it doesn't say what x is, then you can make x whatever you want. So 1, 2, 3. Great. So now we know that we need to graph this line. So we have 2 or 1, 2. So over 1, up 2, over 2, over 1, up 2, over 2, up 2, over 3, up 2, and so on. So here's our line. So sorry, this one, yeah, that's going to work out all right. This is our line of reflection. And so a line of reflection means that if it's 1 point away going on the top, it's 1 point going the other way, right? So this dot actually worked out for us. This one is M prime. Okay, so that's M prime. N prime, if it's 1 away here, it's 1 away here. And then O is 2 away from our line of reflection, so it's 2 away down here. This is O prime. And then it's 2 away here, so it's 2 away down here. Okay. And so that would be P prime. So I am looking for you guys to label your points. I don't want you to just draw the random shape without labeling it. It needs to be labeled. Okay. Okay, next one. Really similar to the last one that we just did, where we're reflecting across an axis. What you need to do is draw the axis first. And again, we're just going to start off with x and y. And just like the last one, where if it was y equals 2, y is always 2, then if it's x equals -1, then x is always -1. And then we can put in whatever you want for y. And so we can go -1 and then up 1, put a dot. And then -1 up 2. And then -1 up 3. And you can see it starting to form a line. So if I did another one, I could do -1, and I could do, as long as it stayed the same, I could do -3, and I would still -1 be in that line and go down this way, right? And so this is our line right here. That's our line of reflection, or our axis that we're reflecting across. And again, just like the last one, if we're reflecting, it should be the same distance going the other way. So if G is 1 point away here, then it's 1 point. G prime is 1 point on the other side. If F is 1, 2, 3, 4 away, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 away on this side, F prime. And then last we have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And then that is E prime. Okay, done. Simple as that. All right. Okay, next up, it says rotate 180 degrees counterclockwise around the origin. So I like using these guys. We have our origin there. I'm going to go ahead and put my points M, J, K, and L on here, and it says rotate counterclockwise around the origin. So if I rotate counterclockwise, that's going to be going this way. That would be 90 degrees, and then 90 plus 90 is 180 degrees, and we're going to match it up there. So I'm just going to use this as my little map where I'm going to put my dots. So it should be right here. Sorry. I'll just move this out of the way when I need to. So it should, you see how I'm matching my dots up there? I'm just going to do it one at a time, make sure I get them right. And then this guy right here. And then I can connect them. Okay, so when you're doing this though, you want to make sure that you label them correctly, because I am looking for you to label them. So let's make sure we label it correctly. I'm going to put, this is J, K, L, M, and yeah, it flips everything upside down. And so this should be J, M, and then K, L, and don't forget your primes. Okay, make sure you have your primes on there. All right, in the bank. Next up, we have triangle. We're going to rotate that one about the origin. Same type of thing. Ooh, that's ugly. That's a little better. Okay, same type of thing. We're just putting our origin at 0, 0. We have our points A, C, and B. And it says rotate clockwise about the origin. So clockwise is this way. And then, oh, I forgot to label my points there. Got the letters. Boom, boom. And it says 90 degrees, so that's one movement. And it should be, A is right here. C and then B. Okay. So C prime, B prime, A prime. All right. Now, use the line below for each of the following. It says draw a parallel line to the given line and write the equation of the line. Okay, so parallel lines have the same slope. They have different y-intercepts. Okay, so the same slope, that means we got to find out our slope, which is 1 up 1 over 2. So up 1 over 2, and then we just need different y-intercepts. And so the y-intercept is where it's crossing. So the only y-intercept that would not work for your line is 1. So why not change it to -2? You could put -2, you could put -3, you could put 2, you could put 3. You can put literally any number here except for 1. And then we'll go, a parallel line is up 1 over 2, and that slope is going to continue on in the same direction with your line forever. Okay, and they'll never cross. Okay, same slope, different y-intercepts. All right, and that is it for this video. Thanks for watching.